2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The city of Atlanta is... Hi, thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. It's DA, it's all...
Hey, Kevin.
Thanks, DA. Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. We've got Durant, Brown out there with Harden. Then it's Jordan, and it's Harris in at the 3 spot. And for Atlanta, Tony Snell is out there with John Collins. Then it's Clint Capella. Then it's Trae Young. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 2. Now, here's Bogdanovich. Harden missing his last shot. Over Harden. They get it back. Here's Collins. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Kevin Durant.
And when Collins goes up, the interior defense runs out of options. He forces them to get sloppy.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Greg, we've got 2 terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me hearken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogden, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. Well, we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game.
And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
How many times have we seen DeAndre Jordan take it off the window and convert? Boy, he is so good.
Now, here is Young. And there's a whistle that's going to go on James Harden. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Here's Young. It's hauled in by Harris. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. For Brooklyn, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Harden against Bogdanovich. On the wing, Harris. Brown outside. Feeds it to Jordan. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
When you think that this guy was so raw and so skinny coming into the league, now DeAndre Jordan brushing off these challenges with ease.
Now, here is Young. And he banks in the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here is Harden. Following the basket by Trae Young. 6 on the shot clock. It's Durant with the drive and finished off by KD.
Well, Kevin Durant not about to settle for any low percentage shot. My goodness, with authority.
And with Kevin Durant recovering from the Achilles injury, glad we get to see one of the all-time greats back in action.
No doubt, Greg. And KD is trying to navigate his way through one of the most difficult injuries a basketball player can face. But we know unequivocally this man will go down as one of the elite scorers in NBA history. That combination of size and shooting is truly something to behold.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Hunter's checked in for Tony Snell. Kevin Huerter comes in for Bogdanovich. Lou Williams is subbed in for Young. And the dunk by Capella.
And this is the chemistry Capella has with his guys. Exceptional at feeling when to go for alley-oops.
Back to Irving. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now here's Williams, and stolen by Jordan. Pushing it up. Brown dishes to Irving. Outside, KD.
Well, this is what you call your big man playing big. Terrific work on the glass.
In the corner, it's Hunter. Atlanta gets it back. That one, no good. Nets leading by 4. Irving passes to Jordan. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And Capella sends it back. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Here's Collins, and it's blocked by Jordan.
This is not the guy you want in your zip code when the ball is going up. DeAndre Jordan twice on the pipes.
Here's KD. Brown kicks to Durant. And then Durant with the dunk.
Well, drop the hammer, KD. How confident is this guy at the cup?
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Lob pass to Capella. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Now, here is Irving. There's 21 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to KD. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Here's Hunter. The basket is good off the assist from Williams.
Solid in transition. Hunter's eyes light up when he gets a chance to finish one of those off.
Irving for 3. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Nets lead by 2. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side.
I think we get a lot of teams' best shot.
And Greg, it's one of the great challenges of being one of the teams to beat.
But that's the difference with a superstar like Durant. He can give you elite play from start to finish. Lesser guys can do that only in spurts.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
So for Brooklyn now, they've got Griffin. Harden out there with Landry Shamet. And it's Luwawu in at the small forward. Passes it to Shamet. The dish to Griffin. The layup missed. The Hawks trailing. And that one's good. Hunter.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for Brooklyn. And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That's his first foul. Atlanta making some changes. Tony Snell's checked in for DeAndre Hunter. Young is subbed in for Kevin Huerter. Yep, that one goes.
And Harden is a nightmare in the pick and roll. Just a clever combo guard who is completely unpredictable.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we all know that there are some people who dislike James Harden's style of play. They're bored watching him shoot free throws. He said, "I see how teams guard me and find ways to exploit it. I just outthink the game, and I'm faulted for it." Kevin, that may be, but it's hard to argue with the results. Back to you.
You're right, one of the top scorers in league history, David. Thanks for that report. Harden the pass to Luwawu. Back to Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Young against Harden. Young outside. The feed now to Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Luwawu, the pass to Griffin. Kicks it out to Harden. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's going to go on Onyeka Okongwu. Clint Capella, he's checked in for the Hawks. Bogdanovich comes in for Chris Dunn. And then for Brooklyn, Jeff Green. He's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Brown comes in for Luwawu Cabarro, and Irving subbed in for Landry Shamet. Greg is a point guard. What is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount.
A nice shot by Gallinari.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Irving dishes to Griffin. Back to Irving. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. And Griffin with the score. The assist by Irving. And the Nets lead by 1.
Kyrie Irving doing work with the pass. That's pretty.
And Doris, last season for Kyrie Irving, really one of waiting. No Durant on the year to play off of, and then Kyrie's season with the Nets was cut short due to injury.
Well, second surgery for Irving in the last 3 years. You obviously hope he and KD can stay healthy and try to revitalize this Nets organization. Irving is so excited about being on the court. The NBA misses him when he's not playing. Let's hope he stays healthy.
Brown the pass to Griffin. It's stolen by Capella. And here's the fast break. Gallinari leading the way. And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Collins checked in for Okongwu. Hunter comes in for Gallinari. And it's Williams in for Trae Young. The Nets also changing it up. Jordan, he's checked in for Griffin. Kevin Durant comes in for Green. And Harris subbed in for James Harden.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Irving finds KD. And Brown now atop the key. Back to Durant. On the wing, Harris. He's covered by Bogdanovich. They double team KD. And stolen by Bogdanovich. And that'll do it for the first half. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back to the third quarter of basketball following.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. A competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. Their biggest deficit was 6 points in the open. And that'll...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Collins is out there with Tony Snell. Then it's Trae Young. Then there's Bogdanovich. And it's Capella in at the center position. So that's the Hawks 5. Durant down low. Capella's there.
So unpredictable, so versatile. When KD's working that pick and roll, the defense has a hard time dealing with it.
Young against Harden. Young drives in. And yes, it's good.
Yeah.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Collins kicks to Snell. Atlanta again missing. Nets trail by 4. Durant with it, and Young picks him up defensively. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Kevin Huerter, he is checked in for Bogdanovich. Sinks the triple.
Boy, do not fall asleep on Kevin Durant. Catch and shoot, forget about it.
Now, here is Young. He's got 7. And it's good for 2.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
Now, here's Irving. He's guarded closely. Jordan. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Atlanta gets called for the foul.
And DeAndre Jordan, not the same impact center he once was, but he's done a great job of acting as a leader for this team.
Well, you think about DeAndre Jordan's career, Greg, and over the course of time, he's played a number of different roles. What you like about what he did this past season is, even though in a changing role, he still tried to make an impact. That's called being a teammate.
Dunn looking over the floor. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Here's Collins, laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Irving against Gallinari. Jordan the pass to Irving. Oh, that's blocked.
Gallinari using his length right there. Nicely done on the block shot.
The Hawks leading by 3. Here's Huerter. And he drops it in from the low post.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. Greg, is a broadcaster, who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who is my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true. Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
And there's the call on Kevin Huerter. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. 1:41 left to play in the 3rd. Harden the pass to Griffin. And here's Harden. He's got 13.
As crafty as they come, Harden uses that tremendous body control to his advantage.
For Brooklyn, they have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago. And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Stolen by Harden. Shamet on the wing. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Griffin passes to Claxton. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision.
And they get it. Rebound, Brooklyn. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And, guys, they put the defense on the defensive.
The Hawks trail by 3. Here's Dunn. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And this is what I like about Chris Dunn. Tenacity on the dribble drive, plays with a ton of force.
For the Hawks, Clint Capella comes in for Gallinari. And it's Bogdanovich in for Kevin Huerter. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Irving's checked in for James Harden. The Nets working the ball around now. Back to Irving. Shoots from the right block. Again, the Nets for two.
Boy, terrific read. Kyrie Irving understands what the defense is giving him and takes advantage.
Irving against Williams. Capella trying to free himself up. That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Williams.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by the Nets.
Griffin kicks to Luwawu Cabarro. Oh, Griffin in position. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Nets lead by 3. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. A moment now to reset the lineups. Back to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. And Brooklyn looking who they've got. Harris is out there with Brown. And it's Durant. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to hear Nate McMillan talk to his team during the break. This game is obviously close, could go either way, and he wanted to make sure that his guys were all on the same page and were all staying with the game plan in order to close this one out. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And Young, here we go. And Jordan sends it back. In transition, here come the Nets. KD's got the ball. Brown outside. Durant kicks to Brown. Down low, Jordan. Oh, and the jam by Jordan.
DeAndre Jordan's athleticism is simply unreal. You want evidence? Go check out his posterization of Mr. Brandon Knight.
Pass to Capella, and stolen by Jordan. Harris with it. Now guarded by Bogdanovich. Harris dishes to Durant. Back to Harris. Fires the three. Rebound by the Hawks. Capella's got his 6th rebound on the night. Bogdanovich wide open. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
To the inside. And it's Brown that time on the assist by Durant. Brown's got the lead up to 7 now for Brooklyn. Young pass to Snell. Collins against Durant. And Durant sends it back.
But Kevin Durant is playing spectacular defense, and it sets the tone for the entire team.
Wasted no time on that one. And it's a 10-point Nets lead.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Well, you know this. This is a guy who's looking for his shot the whole time. You have to know who you're guarding. KYP, know your personnel.
Atlanta making a switch here. Herter's checked in. And then for Brooklyn, Kyrie Irving's checked in for Green. And James Harden has subbed in for Bruce Brown. Irving kicks to Harden. It's Durant on the wing. They grab their own miss. That shot, no good. The Hawks trail by 10. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for Brooklyn. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. It's Jordan on the wing. Oh, the lob to Irving. Stolen by Collins. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. And finished off by Collins.
I'm sure his teammates love having a guy like Collins on the receiving end of those alley-oops. As fun an assist as you'll get.
In the corner, it's Harris. Young with the steal. One-on-one fast break. 1:07 left in the fourth quarter. And it's put back up and in by Capella.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Here's Irving. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Nets lead by 8.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
To the wing on the left. Capella dishes to Bogdanovich. Lob pass to Capella. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. And it's Durant missing.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that. Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
Back to Harden. Wide open look. Rebounded by Capella. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. Coming right up. It's great to be with you on a Monday payday.
Hey, Kevin. With
growing together and staying healthy. Two important parts. Thanks, DA. They're down a body tonight, but it shouldn't have too much of an impact on their rotation.
Missing a valued contributor, that can be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Clint Capella is out there with Collins. Then there's Bogdanovich. And it's Young, and it's Snell in at the 3, the small forward. And for the 76ers, we've got Green. Shake Milton is out there with Ben Simmons. Then there's Embiid, and it's Scott in at the power forward position.
Passes like that help develop team chemistry. And Bogdanovich, I love the display of unselfishness.
Milton finds Green. With a step back, Embiid. And Embiid is right there.
Oh, you better know where Embiid is. I mean, when you lose sight of him, he'll kill you on the boards.
Here's Young. Dishes it to Bogdanovich. And the foul called on Danny Green. That is his first foul of the game. About a minute played so far here in the first. And Young, here we go. Lays it up and banks it in.
You know, showing he's able to finish on the drive, I really enjoy watching Young take that initiative and capitalize.
Now here's Embiid. Simmons feeling it out a bit. Right side Scott. Baseline jumper. That shot is off. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. Three-pointer, Snell. Rebound by Joel Embiid. 76ers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. On defense, the Hawks. Pass to Milton. Back to Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
Works so hard in these sets. I love how determined Embiid is to get wide open after setting the pick.
And here's Young. Banked in off the glass. Young's got his second bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you have to bring much faster help than that.
Now here's Green. Embiid finds Milton. Embiid against Capella. And Embiid gets it to go. Embiid's got 6. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer. Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
And I love that list. You're right on. Here's Capella after the made shot from Joel Embiid. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. To the paint, here's Simmons. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Such an assertive player. When you're not up on Simmons, he's capable of torching you off the pass. And everyone wants Simmons to add a consistent outside jump shot. But while that's a work in progress, he does just fine at the rim. An incredibly adept finisher, of course.
Now, here's Collins. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Just 5 on the clock. And he comes up with the deuce. And so Simmons will bring it up for the 76ers. Passes to Embiid. Here's Milton. Back to Embiid. Now Milton. Embiid trying to break loose. Pass to Milton. Outside Green. Scott finds Embiid. Back to Scott. Second chance shot. Embiid, no good.
Oh, their movement is good, and they get the ball into the right hand. Now, usually he drops those in between jumpers.
The kick out to Young. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Count that one.
And adept mid-range shooter as well. All Young needs is a little breathing room, and he set the fire.
Outside, Simmons. A big-time effort for Joel Embiid, providing a lot of energy for Philadelphia. And we spoke with Joel Embiid earlier. He hopes to set an example.
Being from Africa, at the end of the day.
Well said. Certainly, Greg Embiid puts himself front and center, willing to lead the cause on and off the floor.
And this is where his big personality helps. He has a larger-than-life quality that really just captivates people.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, governing the split second chance opportunities. I mean, that's what has them in the lead right now.
They've got Tobias Harris. Seth Curry is out there with Maxey. Then there's Howard. And it's Korkmaz in at the small forward. That's the group for Philadelphia to start this second quarter. Now here's Williams. And there's Okongwu. That's good on the assist by Williams.
And don't sleep on Williams' ability to create for others. That's a veteran play.
Curry passes to Howard. Curry with a wide open look. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Now here's Williams. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. And that's going to be a treble. Dunn, he's checked in for Lou Williams. The 76ers leading. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Maxey passes to Harris. At the top of the key, Korkmaz. Over Hunter. They get it again. Howard kicks to Curry. Here's Korkmaz. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Three-pointer on the way. Outside for Curry. Korkmaz passes to Howard. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go. Here's Okongwu. Gallinari outside. The pass to Herter. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And some changes here for the 76ers. Simmons checked in for Howard. Matisse Thybulle comes in for Korkmaz. And it's Hill in for Maxey. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they are forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this. You become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
And Gallinari kicks to Dunn. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Embiid, he's checked in for Harris. Scott comes in for Hill. Danny Green, he's checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And it's Shake Milton in for Curry. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu.
The versatility of Simmons is astounding, amazing, impressive. Dunks like this are just insane.
Young outside. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And you can see the defense broke down there, allowing him to get all the way to the hoop.
Milton with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. They kick it out to Green. Outside, Scott. Simmons dishes to Embiid, and the shot goes in. Embiid's got the lead, back up to 5 now for the 76ers. There's 45 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Young looking around. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
You gotta like seeing this from Young, wanting to prove he's more than just a jump shooter.
Simmons passes to Milton. 24 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Collins against Simmons. Embiid inside the line. And it comes off the front of the rim. Done outside. Lob pass to Capella.
What unselfishness from the young guard, Dunn. He's making more of an effort to distribute the ball.
He gets it up. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And some good.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome. It was Joel Embiid who got hot in the first. He had 10 points, and Joel.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court right now for the Hawks. We've got Bogdanovich. Clint Capella is out there with Collins. Then there's Tony Snell. And it's Young in at the point guard position.
And it's crazy to think how soft a touch Embiid has on his shot. The league rarely sees a guy with his size have such a rhythmic form shooting.
Yeah, and Embiid has always been comfortable shooting outside. Not the best percentages from deep, but enough to keep defenders honest. His touch shows up most when he goes into his post fade.
Stolen by Collins. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Bogdanovich. Makes it off the glass.
Refusing to be tied down, Bogdanovich is fantastic at adjusting his body and shot when he gets hit.
Pass to Embiid. Back to Simmons. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime with the defensive.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Howard's checked in for Embiid. Korkmaz comes in for Danny Green. Seth Curry, he's checked in for Shake Milton. And Maxey's subbed in for Scott. Here's Williams, and he banks in the layup.
So savvy inside for a player of his size and tough. Williams will do whatever it takes.
Simmons against Gallinari. Simmons passes to Howard. 76ers moving the ball around.
And Dwight Howard, you know, not the same 35-minute-a-game player he once was, but I tell you what, when he's on the floor, he can still be every bit as effective.
Yeah, Howard can bully teams that go small against him. I mean, he provides a big body to deal with other strong centers. I mean, he also gives the team some great flexibility with how they match up.
Harris is checked in for Ben Simmons. Hunter kicks to Williams. And it's Williams finishing it off.
And such a nimble ball handler. Williams makes quick work of getting down the lane, and he'll drive all night long if they let him.
Outside Curry. Count the basket.
Rock solid start for him. I mean, they're 3 for 3 since coming out of the locker room.
Outside Williams. He dishes it to Gallinari. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, you can't blame the ref for making that call at all. The defense in general is already at such a disadvantage as it is.
Chris Dunn's checked in for Okongwu. Harris dishes to Howard. Some solid defense from Gallinari.
That works just like they drew it up until the part where he short arms the layup.
And Herter gets it to go.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
Pass to Harris. And here is Howard. Gallinari covering and stolen by Dunn. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. Ball stolen. Howard can't hit.
A fantastic effort on D to get up in his face and deny the layup.
Here's Herter. Kicks to Hunter. For the tie. And the layup is good. And that'll tie this game up.
With a number of moves and shots to choose from, Hunter is scary. Nice bucket there.
And here is Curry. Back to Korkmaz. 5 on the clock. Picked away. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Williams with a clean look. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And it's Harris with the ball for Philadelphia. Good work there as it goes. And the 76ers lead by 2.
Did you see the no-look pass by Harris right there? I mean, he's a wing that knows how to move the ball.
Feeds to Hunter. There's the dish to Dunn. Clock at 6. And the rebound goes to Howard. Howard's got his 5th rebound in this one. Maxey passes to Harris. Inside. And it's Howard finishing it off.
When you allow Howard to get in close, he's going to punch that ticket.
With 1 on the clock. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And we've reached the end of the third. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Makes it a tough play to defend because you also have to guard against him taking it himself.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. Hill is out there with Green. Then there's Scott. Then there's Embiid. And it's Thibault in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Coach trusts him to make winning plays down the stretch. I mean, because he's shown that ability time and time and time again.
Hill inside. Young's there. Young with the steal. Bogdanovich with it. Now Green defending. And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And it's Ben Simmons in for George Hill. Pass to Embiid. He kicks it to Green. Outside, Scott. 6 to shoot. Here's Embiid. Banked in off the glass.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
The Hawks trail it. Now Young. Now the pass to Capella. He feeds it to Collins. Young with no one around. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And there's the call on John Collins. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Simmons passes to Milton. Simmons inside. He's guarded by Collins. Good on the bucket.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Young outside. Hangs. that shot off. And Philadelphia the other way now. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. The 76ers leading by 4. Simmons passes to Milton. Back to Simmons. Pass to Embiid. Collins against Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Terrific at penetrating inside. The mobility Simmons possesses at his size, amazing.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And Bogdanovich gets to Capella. Can't connect from 13 feet out. 76ers have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. On the wing, Green. Here's Embiid. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
And the basket has become almost like the ocean here. They have not missed anything here down the stretch.
Young against Simmons. Young's shot is off. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Good ball movement here by the 76ers. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Yeah, with no defensive pressure at all, you've got to be able to make that mistake.
Gallinari, he's checked in for the Hawks. The Hawks trail by 8. Young outside. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. The offensive rebound.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Awful display from him so far, but you know he's going to keep working to try to turn it around.
Matisse Thybulle checked in for Shake Milton. Green taking his time here. Down low. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Green's got the lead up to 10 now for the 76ers. Lob pass to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
And dropping the sledgehammer there. He curves a 10-0 run by the Sixers.
And so Simmons will bring it up for the 76ers. Passes to Scott. Now here's Thybulle. No good from outside. And here's the fast break. 3-pointers, Snell. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question. That would be all she wrote.
Now the Hawks moving it the other way. And Bogdanovich throws it down.
And the guts Bogdanovich has to take this shot. Wow. You can tell he loves the spotlight.
They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react. And that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Here's Simmons. Dishes to Embiid. So the 76ers win it. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for
Kevin, thanks.
David, he is showing that maturity. Thanks for that report. Look at the 76ers starting group. They've got Scott. Shake Milton is out there with Simmons. And it's Green, and it's Embiid in at the 5 down low. And for the Nets, we've got Green. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden, and it's Brown in a shooting guard. Now, here's Milton. And there's a whistle that's going to go on James Harden. That is his first foul of the game. And instead of just swinging the ball around the perimeter, Clark, both these teams like to run offense through the post.
And I love that, Kevin. We don't see it very often, but you're right. Both of these teams emphatic about getting the ball inside, putting pressure on the defense by driving it inside or passing it into the post. And it allows both of them to play a very high-quality inside-out game. Well, I love the speed that Durant has. I mean, fantastic at slashing into the paint and scoring right at the rim. That length of stride of his and his speed, lethal combination.
Embiid, no good.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Green, that's good, and a nice assist from Durant.
Would have been impossible for KD to miss his teammate there. He was wide open.
Now here's Milton. Tight defense on him. And there's the feed to Scott. There's the dish to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Boy, never shy about getting to that rack. Simmons so aggressive playing downhill. Nice dunk there.
And you rarely see the vision and playmaking of Ben Simmons in someone that size. That you can put him up there with Magic, LeBron, and Penny Hardaway in terms of those taller playmakers.
Yeah, you're spot on there, Greg. I mean, he's unique, really unique and gifted in that regard. And with all great passers, there are a couple of things they do well. One is they see a play or two ahead. They anticipate and throw the ball where it should be going, anticipating that. And the other thing is the timing with which they make their passes. It's usually right at the right time, the opportune time for a teammate to score on the catch.
Here's Green, and it's Brooklyn scoring again.
That's platinum level dime dropping right there by Harden. Such a smart passer. Gets us to his teammates on time and on target.
Now here's Simmons. It's good. Simmons got his second bucket of the game to go.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Simmons against Harden. Right side, Jordan. Shot clock at 6. Here's Green. Pass to Harden. And there's a foul. It'll go on Shake Milton. That's his first foul. And a new group in for the Nets. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Jeff Green. Harris is checked in for Bruce Brown. And Irving subbed in for James Harden. Here's Claxton, off target with the jump hook. Outside Curry. And some very quick points for him on that possession. And it's a tie ball game.
Seth Curry's game in the mid-range area continues to look better, taking advantage of all opportunities.
KD on the wing. Another shot, and it's good on the way in.
You've got to be aware of him at all times. He's a bully on the backboards.
76ers have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. There's the pass to Maxey. Now here's Howard. Pass to Tolliver. Over Claxton. And a lot of contact on that one. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
To me, this is Howard's specialty. This is his bread and butter thing here. We all know this guy loves to throw it down whenever he can. He's pretty good at it.
Now here's Griffin. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. That's tipped. Here we go, one-on-one. It's Curry outside. Drops in the tray.
This is why you pay Seth Curry the big contract, the big money. His range is unlimited.
Irving passes to Claxton. To the middle. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. He gets that one. Curry's got 7.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Irving. Griffin kicks to Irving. Shot to stop the run. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Boy, the defense got lucky there with him missing it, but they don't want to chance that again.
Here's Curry, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so the first quarter is in the books. And chatting earlier with Ben Simmons, he addressed this.
For me, it comes with...
And with social media now, Greg, blocking out the noise has become for these players even harder.
I mean, truth is, people like to criticize others. We should be celebrating what Simmons has accomplished at a very young age.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Philadelphia.
They've made the commitment to get out and run, and it's paid off with some highlight reel plays in transition.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
Taking a look at the 76ers, Harris is out there with Howard. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. Then there's Seth Curry. And it's Korkmaz at the 3.
And Tobias Harris, a crusader for a cause that isn't talked about too much. He has a huge concern about sleep deprivation and the effects it has on athletes.
Yeah, you know what, Greg? While it's not talked about a lot, it is gaining ground in all kinds of circles, particularly in the world of sports, the whole sleep deprivation idea. And Harris is a guy who's conscientious and thoughtful. I love the fact that he's bringing this to his teammates' attention because it's critical. And he's certainly passionate about it. We'll see how much wind it gets with him speaking up on it.
And Nicholas Claxton gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. The 76ers leading by 5. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Thybulle, the pass to Howard. And Howard with the stuff.
You got to make a quick decision after you set the screen, and Dwight Howard knows exactly when to roll after the screen.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. No points yet here in the second quarter for them.
And, you know, this is a definite strength of Howard's game. I think he's a rim protector of an elite level.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Off the inbound. And that one hits back iron. The 76ers have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Green dishes to Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
Yeah, they call him Dancing Danny Green, and you can see why. Excellent offensive instincts there.
Harden against Simmons. Jordan kicks to KD. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And the Nets miss again. Hilton the pass to Embiid. Stolen by Harden. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Remarkable speed in transition from Harden. Sprinting ahead of everybody. Putting himself in a great spot there.
Simmons passes to Milton. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Simmons inside, guarded by Harden.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And Brown throws it down hard.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Now here's Simmons. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Green kicks to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up. Boy, Durant did a nice job, created space for that shot.
Simmons looking it over to the inside. Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
Well, you know, there's only so much you can do against Embiid, guys. I mean, he's such a terrifically skilled offensive player with great size. I mean, he plays pretty much through any kind of contact.
Durant, that's good.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Simmons passes to Milton. Back to Simmons. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Passes it to Embiid. 6 on the shot clock. Scott dishes to Embiid. A floater. Jordan with some nice D. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game time. Bobbed up there for Durant. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Boy, a dynamic wing with freakish length. Durant is the ideal alley-oop target.
Stolen by Harden. Durant up top, and another fast break for Brooklyn. The Nets are running. Harden outside. And the shot goes down.
And, you know, sometimes you feel like every single jumper Harden takes is going in, especially from...
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome back. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. At the end of one, they were able to end up. And that should...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Curry with a strong contribution so far in this one.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
We've got Jordan, Harden out there with Brown. Then there's Griffin, and it's Green in at the small forward. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his specialty?
Whatever he made, it was special. It wouldn't matter.
And Griffin sends it back. And the wide open shot from Green. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Green's got the first bucket of the third here for Brooklyn. Harden against Simmons. Kicks to Embiid. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Clock at 6. And he makes that one. Embiid's got 8.
So skilled at maneuvering his way to the cup. Embiid's mobility, extremely impressive for a guy of his size.
You know, Greg, we can all agree that Joel Embiid's a superstar in the league with this play, but you get the feeling he's the most criticized superstar in the league right now as well.
You know, pundits and fans have questioned his fitness, his fit, but at the end of the day, he does get it done, and the numbers speak for themselves. Embiid's an outspoken guy, which can invite a lot of criticism.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. KD's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Harris comes in for Green. Landry Shamet's checked in for Bruce Brown. And Irving subbed in for James Harden. KD drives in. And then Durant with the jam.
Boy, using this momentum to his advantage when Durant takes off towards the rim. Watch out below.
Outside, Simmons. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 8. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Simmons passes to Maxey. Lays it up off the glass. And the 76ers lead by 3.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
Irving with it. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Durant against Harris. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim. That's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Durant. Curry's checked in for the 76ers. Shake Milton comes in for Simmons. Outside Curry. He kicks to Howard. And Curry has it in the corner. Milton the pass to Howard. Shoots over Griffin. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You know, Howard, a physical and muscular, authoritative big guy who intimidates most nights. His physicality, very impressive.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Jordan's checked in. Irving attacking. Good on the shot.
Knifing through the defense like warm butter on a biscuit. Irving knows how to get to the rim.
The 76ers leading by 3. 1:25 left in the third quarter. Milton. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Embiid, he's checked in for the 76ers. Irving kicks to Harris. Back to Irving. Harris outside. Count it. Good. Harris has got his first basket.
You know, guys, Harris has proven to be more than just a shooter. Harris also comfortable finishing over aggressive defense.
Pass to Harris. Back to Milton. High post, Embiid. He's against Jordan. Outside for Curry. The 76ers need to get off a shot. The 76ers with another miss. Nets trail by 3. Outside for Jordan. And a wide open look for Irving. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Irving's got 5 points so far. 76ers have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. There's 14 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Milton the pass to Harris. 76ers moving the ball around. And the dunk by Embiid.
Boy, Joel Embiid with the throwdown. Athletic, 7 feet tall, one of the best dunkers in the league.
Irving for 3, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. Taking a look at the 76ers. Embiid is out there with Matisse Thybulle. Then it's Green. Then there's Seth Curry. And it's Korkmaz in at the 2. Here's Jordan. The kick out to Brown from deep. Harden. Oh, good on that one. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. And it's Thybulle in the corner. Feeds it to Embiid. They kick it out to Green.
Come to me.
Now here's Thybulle. He's covered by Brown.
And, you know, pressure doesn't get to Embiid. Nice job there recognizing the shot clock was winding down.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. 4-point game. When they go to the intentional foul, Griffin's checked in for the Nets. Kevin Durant comes in for Nicholas Claxton. Then for the 76ers, Scotty's checked in for Furkan Korkmaz. And Simmons subbed in for Seth Curry. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And the former Hoya Green, a rangy forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. The 76ers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Thibault, the pass to Simmons. Count the basket and the foul. It's going to be on James Harden.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the 76ers.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Launches it. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Philadelphia leading by 5. And Simmons slams it in.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Jordan, he's checked in for the Nets. Irving comes in for Brown. Philadelphia also making some changes. Korkmaz checked in for Mike Scott. And Harris subbed in for Danny Green. To the right side. Back to Simmons. Down low, Embiid. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Embiid's got the lead up to 9 now for the 76ers. Harden against Simmons. And Harden with the stuff.
Ferociousness from Harden, looking like he wants to tear the rim off.
For Philadelphia, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Thibault, the pass to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
And the dunk by Jordan.
There's a reason why Jordan's a high-percentage shooter. Shooting percentage a function of the kind of shots you get. He opts mainly for dunks.
Here's Simmons. Stolen by Harden. And now Irving pushing it up. No one back to stop him. That's tipped. And so they choose to intentionally foul. Joe Harris is checked in for the Nets. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Simmons with it. He's picked up by Jordan. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on James Harden.
When he's got ideal position inside, I mean, Embiid goes right into the contact. He hunts it out.
Griffin's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Then for the 76ers, Scotty's checked in for Korkmaz. Green comes in for Tobias Harris. And it's Shake Milton in for Matisse Thybulle. And Harden with the stuff.
Whenever Harden sprints inside, man, I love it. Has so many ways he can finish near the basket.
Philadelphia leading by 7. Outside, Simmons. .114 left in the game. Dishes to Embiid. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Embiid's got 12 points here in the second half.
You know, we've gotten used to seeing this from Joel Embiid, a lethal offensive player who can get hot fast.
Here's Irving. And Embiid with the block. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. Tobias Harris is checked in for Green. And Brooklyn has possession. They trail by 9 points. And there's a foul. It'll go on Shake Milton. That's foul number 2 for him. 54 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Harden dishes to Griffin, and Griffin slams it in.
And that's the trademark Griffin finish. Get in tight, elevate, and throw it down with authority. Big fella is a beast down low.
Here's Scott. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And it's Harden with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. 7-point differential. Left side, Griffin. Durant. And Embiid with the block.
That long reach of Embiid is a real asset on defense. Covers a lot of territory and knows how to snuff out shooters.
Harris kicks to Embiid. And here is Simmons. The rebound by Harden.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap. And don't let the high fashion fool you. These book and the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. John Collins is out there with Clint Capella. Then there's Bogdanovich. And it's Young. And it's Snell. And at the 3, the small forward. And for Brooklyn, DeAndre Jordan is out there with Durant. Then it's Joe Harris. Then there's Brown. And it's Harden in at the 1. Here's Brown. And the rejection by Collins. One-on-one fast break. Lob pass to Capella. Stolen by Harden. And here's the fast break. Durant leading the way. No good on the shot. So Atlanta will take it the other way. Here's Bogdanovich. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Well, the outcome tonight, Greg, could come down to the big men up front.
You know, versatility will be key. The front court that can be physical but also pass it, stretch the floor will likely be the victor. My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. Young dishes to Collins. Passes it to Capella. Young in the corner. Back to Capella. Young in the corner. 5 to shoot. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. The Nets have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Harden the pass to Jordan. Lays it up and banks it in.
And DeAndre has really beefed up his body over the years, remaining ready for whatever the defense throws his way.
Young drives in. Crafty move over Harden. And Young kicks to Capella. And there's the call on Durant. That is his first foul of the game. Brooklyn on defense. Here's Bogdanovich. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Passes like this demonstrate Snell's team-first approach. He's all about getting it to the open guys.
And out of New Mexico, Tony Snell has made himself into a capable long-range marksman.
Yes, he's a guy who plays within himself, GA, stays in his lane, and knocks down perimeter shots.
KD with the bucket.
And that's where KD just feasts with this team. When it comes to those spot-ups, he's as good as anyone in the league.
Right side, Bogdanovich. Dishes it to Capella. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Brown against Collins. Harden outside. 6 to shoot. Unloads from 13. Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
I love how Durant keeps his eyes up, scanning for someone with a better look.
Young against Harden. Young dishes to Snell. Collins looking around. Here's Young. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
He's fearless. Trae Young knows he's probably going to take contact, and it doesn't matter at all.
Outside Durant. Feeds it to Jordan. It doesn't go for him. Good work defensively by Capella. Lobbed up there for Collins. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
The agility, the hops, the great hands. Collins is the perfect alley-oop partner.
It's Harden with the drive. Harris outside. Launches a 3. Jordan kicks to Harden. Off target from outside. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Hawks. Here's Bogdanovich. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Bogdanovich has got 6 points.
Few people see the floor as well as Trae. If you're open, he'll find you.
Here's Harden. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Nets shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. That free throw good from Harden.
And the way Harden plays the game, incredible. So much energy and really as creative as they come.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Kevin Durant. Jeff Green, he's checked in for Harris. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Bruce Brown. And the officials call over the back, a little too aggressive there.
He must have thought he was a jungle gym the way he was climbing all over his back. Easy call.
This is why we talk about carving out position rather than trying to sneak in. You've got to be willing to put in the work.
Irving's checked in for Brooklyn.
You know, in high school, he won 4 state titles, voted College Player of the Year at Oklahoma. Blake Griffin, he's used to success.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Jeff Green picks one up. This is his first free throw of the game.
And taking a look back at last year's numbers, he's about a 76% shooter.
DeAndre Hunter, over 3 years at Virginia, was a very mature player, and he left with a championship under his belt.
And here is Irving for 3, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Tie game in Brooklyn, and we'll be back. And earlier we spoke with Kevin Durant about surviving the grind.
How can we be the best version of ourselves? And
well, Durant may not be the in-your-face type of player, Greg, but he gets the message across for sure.
He's not going to yell at you. He's going to show you how it's done and expect that you're as committed to winning as he is.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Some people might feel they got some hometown calls, but when your team is pushing the action, you often get the benefit of the doubt.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So for Brooklyn now, we've got Brown. He's out there with Irving. Griffin is out there with Green. And it's Claxton in at the 4 slot.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Pass to Okongwu. Kicks it to Hunter. The dish to Williams. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Despite having a small frame, this is a big part of Lou Williams' game, taking it up strong inside.
Williams against Irving. And there's the pass to Griffin. And stolen by Okongwu. Here's Hunter. Pass to Herter. It's hauled in by Brown.
Missed opportunity, wide open from mid-range. He would love to get that one back.
And there's the call on Lou Williams. That is his first foul of the game. Landry Shamit's checked in for Brown. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Dunn's checked in. Shamit. Irving against Dunn. And stolen by Okongwu. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Here's Herter. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Just finding ways to score. Herter can do it in the half court or in transition.
Here's Irving. Outside Griffin. Passes it to Shamit. He dishes it to Irving. Count it. Irving's got 5 points now in the quarter. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. And then for Atlanta. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. John Cowens comes in for Hunter. Young is subbed in for Kevin Herter. And the Nets with possession here. After the basket by Atlanta. Gallinari against Harris. The three from Harden. Rebound, Atlanta.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Capella with the bucket. Now it's a 3-point Hawks lead.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
It's Harden with the drive and the jam by Harden.
And Harden is a nightmare in the pick and roll. Just a clever combo guard who is completely unpredictable.
Young outside. Dunn passes to Gallinari. Outside Cowan. Dunn looking over the floor. Back to Cowens. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Nets. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Tony Snell's checked in for Atlanta. Bogdanovich comes in for Chris Dunn. Harden finds Jordan. Here's Brown. 35 seconds left in the second quarter. Brooklyn shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
Free throw good. James Harden. Lou Williams is checked in for the Hawks. Clock at 4. Harden inside the three-point line. And the Nets miss again. The Hawks have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Harden with it. He's got 7. He kicks it to Jordan. Back to Harden. Lets it go with a 3. The shot missing. So that'll be it for the first half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game. And the first few years of Trae Young's career have been fantastic. Hawks fans love it. And that'll...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Bogdan Bogdanovic really making a difference here.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
On the court for Atlanta, they've got John Collins. Bogdanovic out there with Young. Then there's Tony Snell, and it's Capella in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. The Nets shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. And Harris drops them both. And Joe Harris, the lethal shooter, he can also be a threat in the pick-and-roll game.
Yeah, Harris does a great job reading what a defense is giving. He's more than just a catch-and-shoot type of player. Harris can hit shots on the move and isn't afraid to go at defenders.
Trying to attack the heart of that defense with great teamwork.
Now, here is Harden. Inside, Durant, and the layup is good. KD's got it all tied up now for the Nets.
KD that time playing the big man role, setting the screen and getting it done.
Young drives in. Count the bucket. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And, guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Harris finds Jordan. Not going to go that time. Good work defensively by Capella. Bogdanovic wide open. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Bogdanovic has got the lead up to 4 now for the Hawks. And Harden wide open. He shoots. Good on the triple. Harden's got 5 points now this quarter.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Now Young. He's got 6. And here is Hunter. Young outside. And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
And the basket is good. That's now 8 points for Trae Young.
The ability of Trae Young to take it up inside makes him difficult to pressure out on the perimeter.
Here's Harden. It's hauled in by Trae Young.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
And it's Gallinari missing. Nets trail by 3. Pass to Claxton. Keeps it alive. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Shamet's got his first 2 points of the night.
The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Dunn dishes to Williams. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Dunn's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. For Brooklyn, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Outside Irving. On the wing, Green. Back to Irving. To the paint. It's tipped. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. And the Hawks making a change here. Collins is checked in. And stolen by Dunn. Fast break, the Hawks. Williams is running. Here's Herter. Right side, Collins. Gallinari outside. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Williams. The putback, and Collins is right there. And the Hawks lead by 5.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Irving passes to Claxton. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Well, the thing about Kyrie, he draws so much defensive attention. Someone's often left open.
Here's Gallinari. It's blocked. Here we go, one-on-one. Now the feed to Griffin. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. And Williams, here we go. The pass to Herter. Got it up. And no good on the last second attempt this time. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Hawks ahead, leading. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. Atlanta leading by 3. They've got Harris. Griffin is out there with Green. Then it's Harden, and it's Irving in at the point. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Here's Williams. That one goes. Count it. Williams has got the 4th quarter started here with a bucket for Atlanta. Harden with it. Over in the corner, Green. Irving against Williams. The 10-footer. Irving, good.
What's nice about this in-between area for Kyrie, compared to going to the rim, he has a little more room to get his shot off.
And the foul on Harden. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Jordan, he's checked in for Griffin. Kevin Durant comes in for Green. And it's Bruce Brown in for Irving. Then for the Hawks, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Gallinari. Bogdan Bogdanovic comes in for Kevin Herter. Young is subbed in for Williams. Kyrie Irving's checked in for James Harden.
When your bigs can make free throws, it's a huge advantage. Love his approach to getting to the line.
Here's Irving. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Irving's got 4 this quarter.
I like this from Kyrie. Looking for a high percentage shot, settling for nothing less.
Jeff Green is checked in for the Nets. Irving attacking. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Now, I don't think he expected to get that good of a look. Poor communication defensively.
Now, here is Young. Capella. It's good on the putback. And the Hawks lead by 3.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Irving against Bogdanovic. And slam dunk by Jordan.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yes, and if you love offense, you're loving this matchup. It's been a highlight reel affair.
He gets it in there.
Talk about making halftime adjustments. You love what they're doing with him now offensively.
Collins against KD. And finished off by KD.
It looks like a toy hoop for him. KD throws down with ease.
And Young, here we go. It's good.
Adding to this lead, he's been dependable and consistent at the offensive end.
And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Brooklyn. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. It will go down, and the Hawks lead is cut to just one in the basket from Durant.
He keeps a low profile, but make no mistake, KD lives for the big shots.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Harden's checked in. Tony Snell's checked in for the Hawks. Young taking his time here. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Young's got 12 points in just the second half.
Easy to see why they get it to Young here. Not afraid to take the big shots.
Harden dishes to Jordan. The drive by Green. Here's Durant. Oh, took the contact. The coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. They trail by 3. A minute 20 left in the fourth quarter. And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Trae Young.
Sensational game for him in terms of shooting efficiency. He's taken nothing but high percentage shots. That's how he's managed to hit over 60% from the field. I mean, making just about everything he's looked at.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Griffin's checked in for Green, and Kyrie Irving subbed in for Brown. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. With this game in the balance, he really came after his guys. He said, this is our time. Right now, be in the moment with each other. Do your job, and I promise you, you'll win this game. Back to you.
The Hawks leading by 5. And it's Bogdanovich off the drive. And the shot goes in.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
Harden inside the three-point line. Good! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
Young against Harden. Young outside. Capella trying to free himself up. Young's shot is good. Young's got the lead up to 7 now for the Hawks.
Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
And I don't think they will. The problem is they've waited too long to make a move.
Here's Durant. It falls. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And that's what he does. KD, a crunch time assassin.
Young outside. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Lob pass to Capella. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And this is the chemistry Capella has with his guys. Exceptional at feeling when to go for alley-oop.
Unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
There's 10 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Young outside.
And in terms of defending the shot, DeAndre stands out.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And the 76ers showing off their style. And one injury for them. They're still pretty close to full strength, though.
Missing a valued contributor, that can be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. They've got Embiid, Mike Scott out there with Green, then it's Simmons, and it's Milton in at the shooting guard position. And for the Hawks, Bogdanovich is out there with Young. Then there's Tony Snell, then it's Collins, and it's Capella in at the 5 roaming the paint. Terrific talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Back to Simmons. To the inside. Here's Embiid. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Embiid's got his second basket of the night.
Offensively, we see Embiid all over the floor, but inside is where he can really utilize that size.
And Embiid with the block. And here is Milton. Rebounded by Capella.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
76ers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Green, the pass to Embiid. And he uses the glass on the layup. Embiid's got 6 points.
And showcasing that overwhelming strength, Embiid is so skilled at finishing over the aggressive defense.
Now, here is Young. Outside Collins. And Young kicks to Capella. 5 on the clock. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Shoots from the corner. Simmons pulls it in.
Well, shots like that drive coaches batty. I'll be shocked if he attempts that shot again.
Here's Scott. Pass to Embiid. Puts the move on. And Embiid throws it down.
And if you want to talk about a player who embodies the power game, then Embiid's your man. You know you're going to get some strong finishes anytime he's on the court.
Basket counts.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's Milton following the basket by Trae Young. Pass to Simmons. Over in the corner, Green. Milton with it. Young's there. Embiid wide open. And too long on the shot. And here's Collins. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. 4-point game. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Atlanta making some changes. Gallinari, he's checked in for Collins. DeAndre Hunter comes in for Tony Snell. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Bogdan Bogdanovic. And then for Philadelphia, Matisse Thybulle checked in for Green. And Curry subbed in for Shake Milton. Now here's Simmons. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And the layup's good off the glass.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Young taking his time here. And it's blocked by Simmons.
How about the balance and body control? Simmons able to send that one packing. And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. Philadelphia also making some changes. Howard's checked in for Joel Embiid. Harris comes in for Scott. And it's Korkmaz in for Ben Simmons. Now here is Harris. Lets it go from 14. Here's Howard. No good that time, so the Hawks will take it the other way. The kick out to Young. Finds the hole for the second time from the floor. Now 2 for 5.
Well, Gallinari does such a great job of recognizing the floor space, and that time, credit him with the assist.
Curry passes to Thybulle. There's 25 seconds left here in the first quarter. It's Curry outside. Out to Harris. The pass to Korkmaz. Harris dishes to Howard. Back to Harris. Can't connect from short range. Here's Hunter. And he can't jam it through.
You have to really like his energy getting to the rim there. Shocked that he blew the dunk, but you know most times he's going to posterize his man.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And guys, what's your take so far in Philadelphia?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
Okongwu is out there with Gallinari. Then it's Chris Dunn. Then it's Williams. And it's Hunter in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks. Now here's Curry, following the missed shot by Onyeka Okongwu. Curry is inside. He's guarded by Williams. The Hawks trailing. And here they come. Pass to Hunter. It's Okongwu, top of the key. To the middle. Here's Dunn. No good. That would have tied it. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. John Collins, he's checked in for the Hawks. The 76ers shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Here's Maxey. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Howard. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Here's Atlanta now. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Williams, that's good.
Such a dynamic scorer, inside, outside. It really doesn't matter. Lou Williams is a huge threat to score, especially coming off the bench.
A 3-time Sixth Man of the Year. Last season, Lou Williams named his newborn son Six in honor of his success in that role.
We talk a lot about the Mount Rushmore of the game's greatest players. Maybe we could start to chisel out the sixth men of the year in the NBA. Lou Williams would have to get some serious consideration for that monument.
Williams with a clean look. A miss that time would have put him up. The 76ers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Down low. Sweet move. And it's Howard finishing it off.
And Howard puts these dunks away so easily, especially when he's that deep in the paint.
The feed to Okongwu. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Maxey. Back to Howard. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And the Hawks making a change here. Bogdanovich is checked in. The 76ers leading by 6. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Back to Scott. Offensive rebound. Embiid finds Green. And here's Embiid. Shot clock at 6. Scott up top. He's guarded by Collins.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Back to Simmons. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Here's Dunn, and he lays it straight in. Dunn's got his first 2 points.
Just grown man work from Dunn inside. His incredible athleticism really helping get him these types of shots.
Now here's Simmons. Pass to Milton. Uncovered. Good. Milton's got the lead up to 8 now for the 76ers.
Well, looking into the gaps of the defense there, he's not going to miss many of those when he gets to that range.
Here's Dunn. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Dunn's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Green passes to Simmons. Inside and stolen by Okongwu. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. Collins wide open. He fires. Off target from 3-point range. To the middle. Scott kicks to Milton. The kick out to Scott. Here's Embiid.
Like to see when an offensive player.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. It was Joel Embiid who got hot in the first. He had 8 points. We know that Joel Embiid is one of the... And that should do it.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Joel Embiid has been sensational.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Oh, man, pouring it on right now, and why wouldn't you?
Taking a look at the 76ers, we've got Green. Simmons is out there with Shake Milton. Then it's Joel Embiid, and it's Scott in at the 4-man position. You know, you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. You know, Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts that maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to affecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA. Now, here's Milton. Here's Simmons. Embiid trying to break loose. Ben Simmons gets the bucket. Simmons got 6 points.
And loves to operate around the rim. Simmons' tall frame helps him to beat defenders.
8 feet away, and it's blocked by Simmons.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Embiid dishes to Harris. Simmons on the wing. Harris kicks to Milton. Clock at 6. And the call on the... And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Simmons following the basket by Trae Young. Simmons finds Green. Simmons left side. There's the call on Kevin Huerter. That is his first foul of the game. Hunter's checked in for Tony Snell. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Howard, the pass to Thibault. Here is Tolliver. Shot clock at 5. He's looking for Thibault and finds him. He gets that one. And the 76ers lead by 6.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Young inside. Here's Gallinari. Back to Young. And foul on the shot. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Curry following the bucket by the Hawks. He kicks to Tolliver. Now the pass to Howard. Curry on the wing. With the clock winding down, and Howard with the stuff.
Well, that's when you love to see the strength of Dwight Howard marching through the defense and just ripping away the second chance opportunity for an easy score.
Now, here is Young. He's got 8. Huerter, no good.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
And it's Howard finishing it off.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Not as good, and the 76ers lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Hunter.
Awesome concentration there. When Hunter's committed to scoring, he's hard to stop.
50 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Maxey. Oh, that was something else.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. Lou Williams is checked in for Atlanta. Then for the 76ers, Tobias Harris comes in for Anthony Tolliver. And it's Korkmaz in for Curry. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Korkmaz passes to Howard. Back to Korkmaz. There's the triple. Connects from three-point range. Korkmaz has got the lead up to 11 now for the 76ers. It's Williams with the drive. Lob pass to Capella.
He's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
The third quarter comes to a close. 76ers lead by 9. We're going to step aside. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Williams is out there with Bogdanovich. Then it's Clint Capella. Then there's Tony Snell. And it's Collins in at the 4 spot. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Here's Scott. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
And the foul on Mike Scott. That's his first foul. Embiid, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Korkmaz comes in for Shake Milton. Passes to Capella. Down low, here's Collins. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
The 76ers leading by 9. Simmons passes to Korkmaz. Here's Embiid, and it's off the back rim, no good.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Green dishes to Embiid. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Simmons inside. Just 4 to shoot. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Well, he's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Williams inside. Kept alive by Atlanta. To the inside. Got a piece of it. Embiid with the steal. Simmons left side to the paint, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella.
A split second late, but almost came up with the steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Harris is checked in for the 76ers. That one is good from Joel Embiid. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. Fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious. Boy, did they need that rebound. I mean, they have struggled on the boards overall, but still with the chance to win.
And Simmons slams it in.
Oh, sensational speed by Simmons, trucking it down the court and beating everyone.
Bogdanovich passes to Snell. over Green. Deflects the pass, and Bogdanovich picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And the Hawks making a change here. Young's checked in, and Philadelphia also making a switch. Matisse Thybulle's checked in for Green. Outside, Simmons. Back to Korkmaz. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Young inside.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, every time the shot goes up, guys are doing a nice job of finding bodies and making sure there's room to collect the rebound.
Gallinari, he's checked in for Collins. And Simmons kicks to Harris. High post try. Gallinari with the rebound. The Hawks trail by 11. Snell, and he dunks it down.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
And it's Thibault in the corner. Here's Embiid. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Embiid's got the lead up to 11 now for Philadelphia.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
That one falls.
Well, this guy keeps learning from each and every coverage on the pick and roll. Trae Young getting some serious chops playing out of that set.
Pass to Thibault. High post, Embiid. Back to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the 76ers.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though, when everything started to look a little dire and really put the hammer down.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Joel Embiid.
Now, this was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
We've got 22 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. They've led by as many as 11 points. Simmons passes to Embiid. The three. The 76ers again can't hit it. Here's Fernando. No good. So the 76ers win it. They came in here and took care of business like they were. Certainly one of the most beautiful We are.
Hey, Kevin. Well,
it does indeed. Thanks, David. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. We've got Durant, Harden out there with Brown. Then there's Harris, and it's Jordan in at center. And for the 76ers, Matisse Thybulle's out there with Green. Then there's Embiid. Then it's Simmons, and it's Milton in at the 2-guard spot. Now here's Milton. Inside. Simmons' shot is good. And Doris, tonight, 2 experienced teams will be battling.
Well, what you come to expect with experienced rosters are excellent defensive rotations, game plan discipline. These guys know how to play the game. So let's see how this plays out.
Harden dishes to Harris. Pass to KD. 6 to shoot. And the layup's good off the glass.
Well, this is what makes Kevin Durant maybe the greatest all-around scorer in the game today. Equal proficiency from every spot on the floor.
And the foul on Harden. That is his first foul of the game. Milton with it, and Harden comes to help. They kick it out to Green. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Here's Simmons. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
I admire Simmons' ability inside. That's where he's an elite finisher.
It's Harden with the drive, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
And the foul on Harden. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, a bit reckless right there. That's his second foul, and he can't afford to pick up a third.
Irving's checked in for Brooklyn. Milton the pass to Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
And if you want to talk about a player who embodies the power game, then Embiid's your man. You know you're going to get some strong finishes anytime he's on the court.
Jordan with the bucket.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
For Philadelphia, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Passes it to Embiid. Outside for Simmons. Thibault on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Green against Harris. And it's Green with the jam.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
All right, and wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness, the D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Here's KD. 76ers getting the bucket. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Boy, the strength of Kevin Durant is a thing of beauty. How about the ability to stay under control as he gets bodied?
Back to Simmons, and out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Matisse Thybulle. Tobias Harris comes in for Danny Green. Curry's checked in for Shake Milton. And it's Hill in for Ben Simmons. The Nets also changing it up. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Jordan. And it's Green in for Durant. Some changes for Philadelphia. Korkmaz comes in for Embiid. And Maxey subbed in for George Hill. Luwawu Cabarrot, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Landry Shamet comes in for Bruce Brown.
You love the leadership of Kyrie Irving from the lead guard position. Yes, he's looking to score, but he's adept at finding the open teammate.
Now, here's Maxey. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. Curry is inside. He's covered by Shamet. Shoots from 12. Howard kicks to Korkmaz. A second chance effort, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And Korkmaz, the Turkish guard, taken at the end of the first round in 2016. Spent a year overseas before joining the NBA and didn't play much early on. But last season he showed he's a starting caliber player.
Now here's Irving. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And with Korkmaz standing 6'7", Greg, there's a lot to like.
And his size can be a huge advantage in certain matchups, Kevin. Great wingspan also lets him grab a fair amount of steals. Has worked hard to get where he is and still showing room to grow. And there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Griffin passes to Llewellyn. Back to Griffin. There's the pass to Shamet. Irving dishes to Griffin. 4 on the clock. Down low. Over Howard. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And when he first came into the league, Blake Griffin's dunking made headlines. And while I'm sure he enjoyed that, he was also eager to show that there was more to his game.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for the Nets. Bruce Brown comes in for Landry Shamet.
Injuries have taken a toll on Griffin as he's gotten older, but shouldn't take away from what he's done over the course of his career.
Now, here's Maxey off on the layup. Here's Claxton. Irving. It's hauled in by Harris. And they're running. Here's Howard. And it's Howard finishing it off.
The ability of Dwight Howard to sprint the floor in transition. Such a good job putting pressure at the rim.
Here's Irving. And that concludes a high-scoring first quarter with both teams tied up. Don't. Naturally a ball-dominant player, James Harden talked to us.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal, of course.
Giving their offense another dynamic.
And it also helps him preserve some energy for those big moments in the big games.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Setting the floor for the Nets. They've got Joe Harris. Durant is out there with Jordan. Then there's Landry Shamet, and it's Harden in at the 1 spot. Now here's Simmons, and stolen by Jordan. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets.
Boy, do not fall asleep on Kevin Durant. Catch and shoot, forget about it.
The 76ers trail by 4. And here is Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Now, here is Harden. He kicks it to Durant. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Embiid. If you go a step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. that wouldn't. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
Here is Harden after Ben Simmons bumped and slam dunk by Jordan.
And arguably no one in the NBA draws more attention than Harden. Part of why he creates so many opportunities for others.
Now here's Simmons. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. From 18 feet away, Embiid, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Durant, the pass to Jordan. Rebound by Joel Embiid.
You will have to finish harder than that if you want to convert in traffic.
Green. It doesn't go for him. Some solid defense from Harris. Brooklyn leading by 4.
And you talk about the perfect veteran wing player. Danny Green's right at the top of that list. Solid defense, good shooter, and plays within himself.
Thibault can't get it to go. The Nets have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And the Nets miss again. And for the 76ers, they're shooting fantastically in this game, 62% from the floor. And Greg, the experiences that Danny Green has had over the course of his terrific career, it's hard to match.
I mean, he's won multiple titles in his career, done so in different places with different types of teams. He's seen it all and knows what it takes to succeed.
Now here's Harden, and it's blocked by Simmons.
How about the balance and body control? Simmons able to send that one packing. Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Simmons against Harden. Back to Embiid. Pass to Milton. To the inside. And they double up Embiid. And the wide open shot from Green. A three-pointer, no good.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
And the jam by Kevin Durant.
KD is a force of nature. Sensational dunk at the rim.
Now here's Simmons. He's got 10. Right wing. Embiid kicks to Simmons. And the foul on Harden. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And the 76ers with a completely new group now. Howard, the pass to Maxey. Here's Korkmaz. Here's Howard. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, Dwight Howard can scuffle a little bit at the free throw line, but I'm telling you, he's still drawing the contact and putting the defenders in bad spots.
We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Outside Irving. Pass to Luwawu. Back to Irving. Fades. Here's Griffin. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And it's the 76ers with the ball. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Left side, Harris. Howard dishes to Harris. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
And whenever Harris is aggressive like this, I think it's for the best because he has that ability to attract contact.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Now Irving. 1 second left. What a play. Simply drains it in. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see. Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He had 12 points. And that'll...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low. Just great work.
Matisse Thybulle's out there with Joel Embiid. Then it's Shake Milton. Then it's Green, and it's Simmons in at the point guard position. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Here's Simmons. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Now here's Simmons. 10 points for him. Up and in on the layup.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Outside for KD. Harden scanning the floor. Dishes it to Jordan. Back to Harden. Embiid with the steal. From deep, Green. He can't get that one, so Brooklyn will take it the other way. KD can't get it to go. The 76ers trail by 5. Milton the pass to Embiid, and the shot is good. Embiid's got his second basket of the game.
Offensively, we see Embiid all over the floor, but inside is where he can really utilize that size.
Now here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Simmons against Harden. And it's Simmons penetrating. And Simmons slams it in.
And guys, it's just beautiful watching Simmons in screen and roll situations. A manipulative master when it comes to tearing apart the defense.
And the jam by Harden.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Milton kicks to Green. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. 4 on the shot clock. Embiid, no good. Nets leading by 5. Passes it to Durant. Back to Harris. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
Brooklyn with the ball after the Sixers pick up 2.
Cannot believe he missed that one. Ooh, I'm sure he can't either.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. And that one's good, Maxey.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Irving passes to Shamet. Now, here is Irving. He's tightly guarded. Green finds Irving. Plenty of room around him, and it's good. Irving's got 6.
You know, what you love about Kyrie is that he's always prepared to shoot when he is roaming in space.
And the pass to Harris. Now, here's Curry. He's covered by Shamet. Curry can't get it to go. And so Green will bring it up for Brooklyn. 3-point lead. Shamet the pass to Llewellyn. Irving surveying the floor. Back to Griffin. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Still, Griffin has insane hops. Close in, can sky over others, helps him to draw fouls.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. There's 25 seconds left in the third quarter. And here's Maxey. And it's sent back by Irving.
Boy, Kyrie Irving becoming a better and better defender over time. Nice block right there.
Curry's shot is off. With the putback.
What an excellent post-entry pass. Good things happen when you make that next look.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
You love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. They've got Griffin down out there with Irving. And there's Green. And it's Claxton in at the power forward.
That is a grown man move from Dwight Howard.
Irving with it. Green finds Irving. To the middle. It's deflected. It's stolen by Curry. Now the 76ers on the break. Harris with the ball.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
Irving against Hill. 6 on the shot clock. Curry looking it over. They get it back. Second shot opportunity. That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Hill.
How about the dogged determination from George Hill, reliable at finding ways to score down deep.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Embiid, he's checked in for Howard. Korkmaz comes in for Seth Curry. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Maxey. And it's Ben Simmons in for Hill. And a new group in for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Griffin. Durant comes in for Nicholas Claxton. Joe Harris is checked in for Jeff Green. And it's James Harden in for Brown. Simmons against Harden. Rebound, Brooklyn. Jordan's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And a wide open look for Irving. No good on the 3. The 76ers trail by 5. It's good.
He has become a pure shooter. And from mid-range, Harris is deadly.
Harden outside. Over Milton. Again, the Nets for 2.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
Outside, Simmons. The feed to Embiid. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
Durant kicks to Harden. Back to KD. Chalk up 2 there.
Big moments. This is who Kevin Durant is. He delivers when the game is in the balance.
1:43 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Simmons to the inside and stolen by Jordan. And here's the fast break. Durant leading the way. Here's Harden. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Now Simmons. Down low. Here's Harris, and slam dunk by Harris.
They needed that bucket, and leave it to Harris to go get it. He knows when it's time to take things into his own hands.
Durant against Harris. Harden kicks to Durant. Shot clock at 6. Jordan finds Harden. From the high post. Let's keep it alive. Irving. For 3, Harris. Rebound by the 76ers.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Now, here is Harden, defended by Milton. And the rejection by Embiid.
One of the premier shot swatters in the world. The length of Embiid makes it hard to be scored on. A three and nothing but a three will do here.
You've got to keep your composure and execute to get a quality look from three.
And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight.